A long time ago, on a comics page far, far away. Greetings and welcome to May the Panel Be With You, the Star Wars comic book show brought to you by the Punch-Up Entertainment Network. I am your humble host, Mike Gargoni, and joining me as always, the Finn Shissa to my bay? Who's that? It's John Campbell.
We mean the most beloved Star Wars characters. Hello, everybody. This I feel like I'm repeating myself when I say things like, "This comic's weird."
Oh, this comic's so weird. It's gonna get weirder. But yes, we are back in it with the Marvel Star Wars comics. We're getting near the end here. We're coming in on the station in the train that is this comic book.
Yeah. You can sort of feel it. I don't know.
I don't know if you can, because, look, this issue is going to feature Han Solo threatening genocide, and if that ain't a turn that we weren't expecting, then I don't know what is.
Give us the credit so we can get right to this cover that basically is like, that was the selling point.
Yeah, we're covering issue number 99 of the Marvel Star Wars comic. There are
99.
people... 99.
It's about to be 100.
It's about to be 100. Now, we talked about this a little bit last issue, but there's some restructuring that happened here. I have not been able to find much information as to why that's happened.
Well, Joe Duffy did write this issue.
Yes.
But different artist, of course. Now we got Ron Frenz.
Yes. And this issue also gives us some characters that will be introduced more properly 2 issues from now. In issue 101.
Shout out to the listeners who have commented below letting us know about this. We are aware of this.
And Nascenti will also let us know in issue. But we decided to do it in publishing order simply because that is how it is presented to us and the way we are reading it. And that is how people who are reading this comic would have gained it eventually.
We are reading the comic along with, in sort of an imaginary thing of these are just coming out issue to issue. Is kind of how the show goes. So
this issue came out in September of 1985, year of the Ewok. It was written by Joe Duffy. We have pencils by Ron Frenz, a familiar name. We have inks by Sam De La Rosa. We have colors by Glennis Oliver, back then Ween. And we have letters by Rick Parker with Ann Nascenti as our editor and a shooter up on that hillside.
None of these are unfamiliar names to us.
No, for sure. This is all part of the Marvel staple of this era.
Yes, even if they haven't been working on the book in the last couple issues, we know everybody here.
But yeah, let's get to this cover, because holy shit.
Ow. I mean, a little out of character.
So we have our Star Wars logo surrounded by spaceships. Cool. Just below that, Han Solo clutching Lando's fallen body, with Han Solo shouting toward, I think is supposed to be Luke, clutching the shoulders.
Really fucking evil looking Luke, though.
We wouldn't get a Luke this evil until Crimson Empire. We'll get there.
Yeah. A little preview of what's to come.
Yeah, this is Luke.
Yeah, look at him though. He's in the darkness around his eyes, holding what appears to be an alien child.
Yeah,
and then Han Solo yelling, "If Lando dies, I'll destroy your planet."
The wild part is that this actually happens in this issue.
Yeah, this is not false advertising, because I saw this and I go all right, how are they going to kind of back out of this thing? They don't really. They do commit to this scene basically happening.
Yeah, a lot of times with these covers, we'll have situations where the cover is more evocative of a scene that happens, or the scene that is portrayed on the cover is getting across an idea of a conflict in the issue. I was not expecting Han Solo to actually threaten planetary destruction.
It just, I mean, look. None of our main characters would do that, but particularly Han Solo, I feel like wouldn't do that to me.
Whose girlfriend had her planet blown up?
Yeah, that's real shitty.
So strap in for some character assassination, y'all.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, we're definitely in an era of like, hey man, whatever makes a story work.
Boy, yeah, boy howdy.
Which is not a great attitude.
I mean, the purpose of this story contrivance, not to just like cut to the end here, is supposed to convey just how much Han Solo cares for Lando, right?
Right, but it's like one of those like it's one of those things where you're like, yes, that is true, but then what he's doing as a result of that does not fit the character. So it's sort of a like,
yeah,
I don't know what, I'm glad that they're making that friendship important, but then they're taking him in a whole different. So it's like you're doing something that is accurate to the character and then immediately spin into like, whoa, and like kind of hard to come back from. Actually.
What if the kernel of that character truth is cranked up to, I'm not even going to say 11, like 13.
Like 45.
Yeah.
It's, it's disappointing is what it is.
It's wild. We'll get there in the end, though, because it kind of comes out of nowhere at the end of this issue.
It does, yeah. Yeah, and especially, well, the other thing too is it goes back and forth, right, with the character of Han. One of the things they've really been doing, and I think actually does make sense for the character, is this idea about him not really fitting into like a military structure. He's not that kind of guy, and then to immediately go like, "I will use the might of this military to destroy your way of life."
Yeah,
fuck, like
yeah.
Wow. Well, let's start with sad Luke.
Yeah, because last we left Luke Skywalker, he was just coming back from all of those escapades with the Dark Lady Lumia and the invasion of the, oh my god, why am I blanking on their name? They're going to say it in the next page and go, oh yeah, those guys, the Dark Elves. The Nagai, right. And in the midst of all that fracas, our sweet boy Kiro, that little fish lad, got himself killed.
And Luke is sitting on the branch of a tree, staring up at the sky and seeing Kiro in the sky.
Simba.
Yeah, it's hard not to think of that. So he's like, oh man, Kiro, that it's so sad that he's dead.
And of course, we're back on Endor. Luke's in a big tree among other big trees. We did not mention the issue is called Touch of the Goddess. That won't become relevant till later.
Yeah, that's a weird. Okay, yeah. I mean, I get why, but also anyway.
Yeah.
And then Lando shows up to be like, Luke, why are you so sad that Kiro's dead?
Luke, why is there coloring error? So you're the same color of the tree in that first panel.
That's some kind of force thing. You turn it into a tree. But basically their exchange is just like Luke being like, I got Kiro killed. And Lando's like, look, man, we got a lot of people killed.
Well, this serves as our kind of recap page. This is Luke and Lando going back and forth, catching you up on everything that just happened. Danny's sad because Kiro's dead. Luke's sad because Kiro's dead. Rick Duel is trying half-heartedly to be a good friend.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine Rick Duel trying to console you?
The biggest dirt bag on the planet.
Rick Duel consoling Danny would be like, hey, it's fine. The loot splits easier 3 ways than 4.
It happens, okay?
I never liked that guy, so it's fine.
Well, because even Luke's like, I got Kiro killed. It's my fault. He joined the rebellion. He wanted to be a Jedi. And then he sees Danny. He's like, and look at Danny. She loved him, apparently. That's a thing that happened. And so now she's upset. That's also my fault.
Yeah. But then there's also those 4 Zeltrons in that boy band that are also sad for reasons we can't quite explain.
Mm-hmm. And then, can we talk about the guy in the Boba Fett armor?
It's Fen. It's Fen Chissa.
Right.
Have you forgotten our good friend Fen Shissa, Mandalorian super commando of the planet Mandalore.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is that we talked about this when he was introduced. That we just have to ignore everything we know about Mandalore now.
Yes.
And just move on. Because okay. So yeah, he's here, and he was always kind of moving in on Leia.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when he was introduced, Han was frozen in carbonite. So like this was definitely one of those like the temptation of Leia Organa moments in the book. And now he's back. He's got a hand on her shoulder, and they're talking about how, like, oh yeah, we've been dealing with the Nagai as well. We heard you needed some help, so us Mandalorians are here. Also, there's this guy named Bay who's super cool, maybe the coolest guy you've ever met. You won't believe how rad this dude is, and he's helping us up with resistance help against the Nagai.
A note you just don't see. Like, oftentimes editors' notes indicate you may have missed this in the past. This is one of the first ones I've seen that, like, oh no, in 2 issues we'll explain what this deal is.
Now,
that's
John,
wild.
As our readers or our listeners have indicated, issue 101 takes place technically before this one.
Yes.
Now, I of course do a little bit of reading ahead. I'm assuming you have not.
No.
Okay.
I never do.
I'm just going to say, then, that the introduction of Fen and Bay being here is like 2 pages of an otherwise completely disconnected story from everything we've been doing thus far.
I can't figure out why they did this, and you were indicating in your research you also struggled to understand.
Could not find an editorial reason for why these issues were flipped around, but in a like structural,
knew it enough to put in the note that will be explained.
From a structural narrative reason, it is because the next 2 issues are more connected narratively. That issue that introduces Bay and Fen Shissa being here is otherwise, besides those 2 pages at the beginning of the issue, so disconnected from anything else that's happening. Spoiler alert, it's Han Solo gets dropped into a Romeo and Juliet situation on a like low technology planet. It's really dumb. But
poor Han Solo gets saddled with so much shit in this book.
But he's the most popular character, which is why.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're just like, hey, do something with Han. They're like, we don't really have anything to do with him. Then make something up.
Yeah. And look, that's kind of this issue too.
Yeah. Find something for Han to do, whether it makes sense or not.
So besides the first 2 pages of that issue in which they're like, oh, hey, this guy Bay, he's here. He's an old friend of Han Solo's. Also, Fen Shissa's here. He's from the comic book. You all know him.
Yeah. Right. I mean, yes, I was like, oh, yeah, right, yeah.
He was a very important freedom fighter back on Mandalore when the Empire was still a thing.
And I was like, I love when this stuff happens. My reaction to often stuff in this book is like, oh, they brought this back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say, I dig the like white on tan Mandalorian look here. I don't know if it's a coloring error because when he's pre-introduced in 2 issues,
it's back to the color it normally is, or
there's a sight gag. It's like, well, Boba Fett's here. No, it's Fen Shissa.
Yeah, Han almost murders him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot Boba. Oh, never mind. You're cool.
So anyway, that is all to say. Fen Shissa's here. He is macking on Leia a little bit, and Leia's
got his arm right around her and is like, "Hey there."
And that is upsetting our Zeltron boy band because they really they ship Han and Leia. Is basically what it comes down to.
You're just the perfect couple, okay? Now let's do a choreographed dance over here to show how sad we are.
And yeah, they're talking about how this guy Bay is also here, and he's been helping out with the Mandalorian Resistance, and he got brought here because he's such a cool dude.
Well, it's and all of this, of course, if you're not watching this on YouTube with us, is just basically Lando explaining all this to Luke, who knows.
Right. The one
Remember
drop
how
line
they just
here.
landed here, and he brought this guy too?
Yeah.
You know, yesterday when that happened?
How about you, Luke? Did it surprise you at all to find out that the famous Bay is a half-breed Corellian and that he and Han were friends while they were growing up?
Let's both say things we already know to make sure we know the same things about this guy.
You know, Bay, that famous guy who we all know is famous because of how well known he is.
This is the worst kind of introduction of new characters into a pre-existing thing. It has that Poochie vibe, right? Where it's like, look, it's our new friend Poochie. He's totally in my face.
I mean, look, when we see this guy on the next page, there's going to be a reason for that.
Well, you're not ready for what this guy looks like.
Because they leave off on dialogue being like, oh yeah, and Han and Bay and Admiral Akbar went on a mission. And then we cut to that mission.
Yeah. I mean, it is a half jump away from, I wonder what Han Solo is doing right now, that extremely popular character.
Star wipe.
Yeah. Cut to Han Solo. It even is like, oh, the Han Solo's on that mission. And then the first line is, so, General Solo.
Have you and Bay both taken that protective pre-contaminant radiation baths?
Our new best cool friend, Bay.
Okay, gotta describe Bay. Bay is, I don't know, 2 feet taller than Han Solo. He's gigantic. He's taller than Chewie, we'll see in a panel later.
I mean, yeah, because what, Han is, I don't know, around 6 feet tall. So this guy's, what, 8 feet tall? Like
something like that. He's absolute space barbarian. He's got like a fur sash across underneath a bandolier that he's also wearing.
He's a real mixture, space barbarian, but then like anime pirate.
Oh, I mean, for sure, he is based on. We have another character based on this, but there is this anime called what is it? Captain Harlock. I want to say
yes. We did talk about this, Captain Harlock. Yeah, it's a a manga series. Yes, and that's
a manga series and anime. Yeah,
it's the same thing. Sure. With the big sort of wild hair that comes down, and then the eye patch.
Because Captain Harlock came out in 77. And like
you did talk about Captain Harlock before,
for sure. And this guy is rocking major Captain Harlock vibes with
big time
with the eye patch as well. Because Bay, our character here, is space barbarian pirate guy with big, tall, huge white hair that has this like impossible bedhead vibe to it.
I just woke up like this, even though you know he spent an hour and a half making his hair look like this.
A crimson techno eye patch over one eye.
Mm-hmm. And they're talking to, what is the name of this alien race?
They're the Godoans, because they're on the planet Godo.
Okay, and they're just these big they're like total Disney character, or maybe even like Studio Ghibli, like giant-eyed. They've got antenna, and they're just like, gee, Mr. Solo.
Yeah, it's a whole alien species that presents as like alien waifs. They've got antenna coming out of big swoopy anime hair and big huge like magical girl eyes, and they go, oh yes, our planet is dying, oh no.
By of course they don't want the blight, they call it.
Yeah, the blight which is taking our lives and killing the planet of Godo itself to harm those who have only come to help us.
Because what Admiral Akbar says is, have you taken the protective pre-containment radiation? just not a thing you think about in Star Wars. Is like, are people getting hosed down for radiation?
Well, it's not even that. They're irradiating themselves so that they don't catch whatever this blight is.
That's right. The radiation. Thank God for the radiation saving us.
Yeah. It's the 80s. Radiation is good. We haven't had 3 Mile Island yet.
Reagan says radiation is great. Yeah. And so it's just like, oh yeah, we wouldn't want the blight spreading. Yeah. So And then and once again, it's just like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
John.
you guys-
The Chernobyl disaster doesn't happen until April of 1986. So radiation
Yeah.
good.
Radiation really good right now. America runs on radiation. But I do like this. What is this? Does this kid have a name? Does it matter?
It's
Anyway, this kid-
everyone calls him Fumi.
yeah, and he's just like, I'm glad your treatments are working. They don't work for us. We're all dying.
I am better than most, Admiral Akbar. I will do what I can for those who are good enough to care about us. Oh me, oh my.
And then they're just like, God, these people were once great. Too bad.
Because they look around at this gigantic city that they're in, but like there's nobody here because
I don't
the
even
planet
know.
is dying.
Yeah, this is the thing that's driven me insane. Who is talking?
Oh yeah, this like bottom left panel here where it's a
Like,
big
it's
zoom out.
Han? This is such a it's Han because it's more than that Han. But the idea that imagine Harrison Ford saying, "It's incredible. You can see Godo once housed a great civilization, but now it's like the planet itself isn't fit to support life." That's just not written in a Han Solo-y way.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's just like, this is all just too bad here.
they're dropping off medical supplies for the people of Godo, trying to kind of stem the bleeding a little bit, though the Godoans are just like, it doesn't matter. Though the treatments you take and the medicines you bring spare us the effects of the disease, I fear they no longer help those of us who live here, and so are bound to the spirit of our world, except to give us a little more time.
It's all just, it's so just like, oh dear, oh no.
Would you like to buy a matchbook?
Please. And of course, Akbar hits us with the line here that they're talking to this Fumio because he's the only Godoan who speaks Galactic Standard, which is rarely dealt with in this comic. The idea that there are species that speak different languages across Star Wars.
Eventually, this language will be called Basic in Star Wars, but yeah.
That's right. Yeah, standard, basic. Yeah. Anyway, and then even still, it's like, I'm better than most, Admiral Akbar. I will do what you expect. I'm imagining, though it's not written here, like I'm better than most. But I'll do what I can for this. It's the fucking Zoolander with the black lung.
I've got the black lung pop.
This is a planet of Tiny Tims.
Yeah, 100%.
So anyway, okay. So
Bay and Han are go a wandering.
yeah, I guess who's talking? Oh, this is Akbar talking.
Yeah, Akbar's
again,
this is a weird moment in this book. Akbar says, "I've got to go back to the fleet. I'm expected because I got to go drop off military supplies elsewhere." But then he just joins them as they go wandering around the city.
It is really funny, like, to be walking towards someone going like, "I got to get out of here," but also, here we go.
Yeah. So they're wandering around.
His best friend, Bay.
Bay, he's so Bay.
Yeah. So you got any bright ideas, my longtime friend and companion? I am like, I must ask, like any good Star Wars fan, where's Chewbacca? When Chewbacca's not here, everyone should be asking, where's Chewbacca?
Where is Chewbacca?
It's sort of, the Bay has taken at least like the visual two-hander. He has taken the Chewbacca part of being the guy, the big guy next to Han Solo. And I don't like it.
He's a large Sasquatch-looking guy who is just striding next to Han. Yeah,
I do like to imagine he walks around with the Sasquatch like. But yeah, and once again, Han once again must state his hatred of children.
Yes, of course, he hates children.
And they're all sick. Even worse, yuck.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember that sniffing kid from last issue?
Yeah. And then Han's like, "The fuck is this?"
Yeah. Walking around, they see at the entrance to most of the houses here are these little pots, and inside those pots are rubies, basically gemstones, flame gems, Han calls them. And he's just like, holy shit, you just leave these around? These are so valuable.
People are just like walking around a planet where there's just diamonds and bowls around it. It's like, what the hell?
Basically. Meanwhile, Fumi is just like, oh yes, we leave those as a tribute to our goddess, though it seems she does not smile upon us anymore.
Missing the one crutch too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Master Solo.
And Tiny Tim, who was fine.
And then even he's fine. And then for me, it was just like, but yeah, we failed her something. That's why we're all dying. Ahem. And Han's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll put the things back then. Jesus Christ, this planet is sad. Yeah. I just love the idea about, like, we're going through this thing, but we still offer to the goddess, I guess it doesn't work.
But already we have failed her, and she frowns on us, and that is why the illness came.
The yeah from Han Solo is brutal. Like, oh, yeah, sure.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah. Anyway, let me take you to the house of the goddess.
It is the heart of our planet and the center of our worship.
Yeah.
You are here to help her people, so I know you will be welcome there.
But also, if you heard the part about how we must have wronged her in some way and she's killing us all, I don't know.
Also, later,
later
in this issue, there will be a whole thing about how aliens aren't allowed in this building.
Yeah, I know, right?
But it apparently does not apply now.
Hot take, not a well-written issue. And Joe Duffy is generally, I think, has in general been the best writer we've had for this comic.
Sure. But this one's a little all over the place.
This one got away from her.
Yeah.
So anyway, Akbar's like, hey, this place is a truly beautiful structure.
What fine yet rustic architecture.
Yeah, this is amazing. Let me get some pictures for the gram.
Bay notes that this place is like seemingly unaffected by the strange decay that's hit the rest of the planet.
Yeah, that's
which is a clue.
Yeah, and Han says, and what about some of these little doodads?
Yeah, Han's looking at these little like reliquary shelves that are sitting behind a covered statue of the goddess. Mm-hmm. And he sees that there are a couple of them missing in these little shelves.
Yeah. How could you guys have and then immediately turn to like, very sad you're all dying. Hey, how do you guys not see what's going on here?
Yeah.
I guess he's calling him Fumi, because I was going to say, wasn't it Fumio? But he calls him
Fumio, but he calls it Fumi. It's like Chewbacca to Chewie.
I got it. Yeah, I got it now. But it's, yeah, anyway. This isn't just a temple. This whole place is a machine. This is like original series Star Trek, where Kirk is just kicking in doors and going, "Your God is a computer."
Your temple's a machine.
Yeah, now watch it die. So anyway, okay. Chewbacca, right, is back on the Falcon.
Chewbacca didn't want to leave the ship because he's like, nah, man, this place is too sad.
It's depressing. It's depressing me. And also, so are R2-D2 and C-3PO. I do love this, just like, go get the rest of the recognizable characters.
Now, this is the one situation in which I will forgive them bringing C-3PO along, considering there's only one other dude on this planet that can speak the language.
Well, my question is, why not bring him immediately then?
Because they're just getting a tour of the local sites. They don't need to bum out everyone even more by bringing C-3PO.
Oh, Master Solo, they're so sad. I would cry if I had feelings, but also I do, maybe. We can't talk about it.
3PO and Fumi might get into a sadness recursion loop. Yeah. We can't have that.
Well, we did have that whole issue not that long ago that was just like, oh dear, what have I done?
Right, yeah, exactly.
And incredible lampshade hanging, which is for those who don't know, a writing term where you're indicating that something doesn't make sense, from Joe Duffy. with the Admiral Akbar line. Remarkable that no one has ever noticed it before, General Solo. The entire structure is indeed a techno-organic construct.
Yeah, we get a line from Bay here that I actually genuinely liked, which is, well, not everyone has Han's masterful grasp of the obvious.
You know how we're best friends and rib each other all the time. Actually, you know what? Now that you gave him that voice, he's kind of got a Hemsworthy vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Han Solo, this guy right here. Thanks, Hey! Yeah, what? Yeah, the wise guy's like, you knucklehead.
So we know that Han Solo grew up on the streets of Corellia. That's kind of been established at this point.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Obviously, it will be more established the further along in canon we get, but it has been brought up now. And so can you imagine, like, streetwise street urchin Han Solo growing up with just the absolute gigantic Australopithecus that is Bay?
Yeah. Look, I love to run around with a big, huge, tall guy. That's what I do.
So clearly when he left Corellia, Chewie was like filling a void.
Yeah. I gotta find a huge, tall sidekick.
I would have to reread them at some point, but like there was some novels that sort of establish that this is obviously not canon anymore, but that like when growing up on Corellia, the whole reason Han can speak Wookiee is because he was like informally at least looked after by a Wookiee on Corellia.
Correct. I similarly do not know where that came from, but that is always in my head.
I believe that's from the like Han Solo novels from back in the day.
Yeah, which I, of course, devoured and actually did just find my Han Solo trilogy books that we were talking about last week.
Oh, nice. Did you confirm which ones they were?
Yes, I have the Han Solo trilogy, as it's called. I subsequently now have bought a used copy of the Han Solo Adventures as well, because
got it.
Gotta have all the Han Solo books on the shelf.
Sure, of course. Yeah. So they're like, hey, can we uncover your goddess statue here? And the little sick waif-like children are like, oh, sure, of course. All are welcome to gaze upon Our Lady as she dances. And we reveal a statue, a golden statue.
A weird piece of modern art.
But it's a familiar piece of modern art.
You're right, Chewie. I've seen that shape before. Or you've seen that shape before, and so have I. Yeah, I was like, right.
So this is the comic book actually doing comic book things and like bringing back past storylines, because lest our keen-eyed readers forget, there have been issues revolving around these weird little statues, mostly involving Lando getting into trouble while no one else is around, and those statues looked exactly like this thing here.
Yeah, because of course, Atu says that two of its components, which would appear merely decorative to the untrained eye, are missing, and Han's like, I know where they are.
Come on, we gotta get back to Endor pronto and talk to Lando.
So they do. Back. Yeah. That's the fastest space travel I've seen. Just a page flip. And so he's like, that's it, Lando. There's no mistake. It's the same ones you used to have, the dancing goddess and the minstrel. And Chewie confirms with a groof.
We love a good affirmative groof.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be... stands Lando, hand on hip, cape gloriously blowing in the wind. I
wouldn't have Lando any other way.
Yeah. And so it's like, remember that issue?
A series of issues, because the whole like thing with the dancing goddess and the minstrels, we had a couple of like slime balls trying to get after them in the form of Limo and Sanda. Those were the Crimson Jack ripoffs that we were not particularly fond of.
Yeah, I think we talked about Harlock because that's what Lando's disguise looked like.
Yeah, 100% for sure. It was white haired with the eye patch.
I know. Yeah, I like that. They're just like, we just really like that look.
Yeah, it's a good look.
I mean, it is, but I've used it twice now.
Yeah, and but while he was doing that, he used the name Drebel, right?
Yeah,
Which, of course, is a guy who turned out to be an old rival of Lando's, and he was using the name Drebel to try to get that guy into trouble with the Empire.
I love this extremely long Luke thing where he's just like, "Of course, I get it. This all makes sense now."
So, yeah, those two statues are apparently actually MacGuffins. They were already MacGuffins, but now they're even more MacGuffin.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, MacGuffin is a literary device. It just means the thing you have to get.
It's a thing where the thing doesn't matter. The pursuit of it is what's important to the plot.
Right. And so before they were very much MacGuffins, that they were just valuable pieces of art.
Yeah.
Now they're apparently required for the survival of an entire planet.
And then I just love this idea about well, everybody's been wanting those, but nobody actually knew that they were really important. They just thought they were valuable, but they're actually super important.
Yeah, the timeline of events here doesn't make a ton of sense because, okay, these two doohickeys go missing. The whole planet starts dying, right? Presumably this happens during the time of the Empire. And so Lando gets his hands on them due to them being wagered in, presumably, a sabacc game. Mm-hmm. And whoever stole them at least several years ago, we have to assume.
Yes.
So I guess they're stolen. The planet starts dying, but maybe the whole dying thing doesn't quite catch up with the planet until after the Empire's already fallen.
I guess, yeah, because what Luke says here is just oh wow, so by removing those things, the planet actually is dying.
But maybe a long time ago, the planet was already dying, and somebody came up with this machine to put it on life support.
Yeah, it's not super well thought out.
All that's really important is we need these two pieces, these MacGuffins. We need to bring them back. So that's the mission now.
Let's go find them, because Lando's well, one was taken from my Limo and Sando's gang, and I gave the other to that old enemy of mine, Drebel, telling him it was an award for his heroism.
Because let's not forget, last time we saw Drebel, Lando basically convinced him to do a face turn, which is the opposite of a heel turn.
Correct.
And convinced Drebel of his own heroism and gave him that award from the quote unquote Rebel Alliance to convince him that he's considered a hero.
And so Lando says, well, we all know what Drebel is, so he's all yours and Chewie's, and we can track down Limo and Sandy easily enough because apparently a couple bounty hunters have caught up with them and they're currently under arrest.
Good for them.
Yeah, that's convenient. I just happened to hear the other day that, And so off they go.
So they split up. Lando, let's see.
Han.
Yeah. And Lando and Chewie.
Yeah. They're talking to Limo and Sanda.
Yeah, Luke and Han are in some deep shadows because they're in jail and they're bad guys.
Mm-hmm. And so me and the kid had to lay a lot of grease to get in here.
Han uses the term lay some grease twice in this conversation, and it struck me as very strange.
It's very 1950s, hey man, I had to lay some grease on that cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Edward G. Robinson was saying that to somebody in anyway.
Cheese it, it's the fuzz. We gotta lay some grease on these Hokies.
I mean, because it is I gotta grease his palm, to get what I want.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so they're oh, whatever, fuck you, Han Solo.
Han Solo rejoins with, but what if we gave you money? And they go on.
I like money.
Be a businessman, Limo. Drebel's got the goddess now, and without that, the minstrel's no good to anyone. But I know where I could find my hands on a lot of flame jewels, or an equivalent amount in standard credits. Say, 20,000's worth?
I do like the beat, though, before that, where Luke's I don't suppose it would help to tell you that potentially billions would die, and they're it does not affect our decision.
And meanwhile, Skeletor is listening to this whole conversation.
Han Solo.
Yeah, bottom right hand of this page, we see that there's
Skeletor's cousin is here.
I don't know how else to describe this character.
It's a full-on Skeletor. It's a skull-faced guy in a purple outfit with a purple helmet. I don't know. Anyway, so off Lando and Chewie go to Stenos.
Yeah, remember Stenos and the Stenaxes? They're guys that we know.
Yeah, they're the gargoyle guys, right?
Right. We don't see any of them here, so it's fine.
Yeah, what does it matter then? And Han's like, or Lando's like, I don't love being here. He even says, like, the Stenaxes don't really like us. It won't matter.
Hey, the good news is they didn't bring Rick Duel, so it's not an immediate death warrant.
Yeah. But once again, of course, he has to explain everything that happened here and why they're there.
Yeah, this is basically another recap page about the whole Drebel situation.
I mean, this is the thing with this comic, right? And once again, this era of comics was always assuming, and they didn't have trade, so it wasn't like you can just go pull off your shelf a thing.
Right.
So it was like, you probably didn't read that issue, so if you're just picking up this issue, here's what you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. But they got to spend a whole page doing it while they're landing here. And as soon as they come outside, though, they Chewbacca lets out a "roo" as they start getting shot at.
This is like the fourth issue where someone just immediately starts shooting at Lando.
I mean, look, we've said this before, but there are one of two options in which Lando Calrissian is recognized. Either it's Lando, we love you, you're the best, or Lando, kill that guy.
I just love, though, that it's always just like, die! Right now.
Knowing Lando, I think both are reasonable, approaches to the man.
It's just immediately. Don't even ask a question. Don't even say anything. Just start shooting.
This is the guy. Like, we're going to a part of town here that Lando says Drebel runs. And Lando is the guy who impersonated Drebel for years.
We don't like you around here. And we really don't like you. Yeah, that's it exactly. And so, okay, so we're back to Han and Luke.
And they're on a different planet now. They're on Archon 4. Remember Archon 4? We were there before. That is where
this could be the most just like, bing, this planet that we've had in one of these issues.
Yeah. Archon 4 is, of course, the city planet where Lando had his adventure with Limo and Sanda with the goddess and the minstrel. That whole shenanigans happened here.
And so you better believe somebody's going to try to take a shot at these two now.
Now they're getting shot at, but thankfully Luke has a lightsaber and he won't let us forget because he says, blaster fire. I deflected it with my lightsaber.
That line is exactly why I struggled to read any comic published before 1990. Constant I will shoot my web over to that building. Thwip, right?
Yeah.
You're like, well, but I'm watching you do it. Why do you have to say it, Spider-Man? That's always my thing. This always just feels like, blaster fire. I deflected it with my lightsaber, and I want Han to be like, I saw that. Why are you telling me that? And Han shoots somebody out of a window.
Well, no, Han draws his gun, and Luke's like, hold on. Limo and Santa told us this would happen.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's the deflection of it. Yeah. Somebody just took a shot at them from somebody's up in their window. Is that fucking Han Solo? Gotta get him.
So if the ratio between we love that guy and kill him is I don't know, 60-40 for we love that guy for Lando, I think it goes in the other direction for Han Solo.
100%. Yeah.
All right. So they're like, hey, Luke says, Limo and Sanda sent us. And the goons who were shooting at them go, oh, yeah? What's the password?
And wouldn't you know it, the password is Bantha.
The password is always Bantha. Come on.
If there's one thing you take away from this comic, folks, the password is always Bantha.
It's that or Swordfish. It's only the two things.
And so they're like, what do you want? And they want the minstrel.
And then Luke does that meme where it's like, you receive Minstrel and Limo and Sandafree. We receive statue that is important.
Yeah. And so they make a deal.
I love the goons here, just like, sounds good to me. Enjoy doing business with you.
I also really like Han just handing him like a sack of coins.
Yeah, because that's how money works in Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, money works however they want it to work in Star Wars, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Do not ever analyze the economy of Star Wars.
No, because there's so much currency, different kinds of currency, and Mandalorian obviously shows a lot of that, where it's just like this to that and this, and everyone just seems to know what the ratios and like trading index is inherently.
Sure. Well, that's why in like Skeleton Crew, you just had to be like, what if it was a room full of golden coins? And leave it at that.
Yeah. Because obviously there's things like credits and stuff like that, but then there's also just like these precious metals.
And the weird goo coins that Mon Calamari have.
I love the goo coins. The goo coins are my favorite currency by far. It's so weird. I love it. All right. Well, and actually, the Skeletor here steps out of the shadows and wants the credits in the bag. So credits are a physical thing?
Yeah, they can be, for sure. They killed what's-his-name in Andor when they stole them all from the Imperial Supply Depot in the first season of Andor.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just credit to me is a weird thing to think. Yeah, anyway, it's weird.
It's space fantasy, John. Just accept it.
Right. Once again, it's whatever they need it to be. It's money. Yeah. It's valuable thing. So anyway, Han shoots Skeletor.
Yeah, and Skeletor dies, and they're like, well, that was weird. Time to go.
Actually, Luke says, I wondered when he'd show up. He's been trailing us since we left the prison world. Luke knew this whole time?
Yeah, but Luke isn't going to, like, preemptively kill this dude.
I know, and I finally got to blast someone. Does Han want to kill people?
Yes.
I've never thought of that. Like, Han's like, oh, good, I got another death in.
I mean, look, the first interaction we see of the man is, I need to kill Greedo to get out of here.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily look at him being like, oh boy, I get to kill Greedo.
Here I go a-murdering.
Yeah, it's more just like, well, I have to kill Greedo. It's a weird thing to think that he likes it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's mostly because Luke, like, stopped him from killing these goons, and he's just like, okay, my blaster finger was itchy, so we're good now.
I had a hankering for murder, Luke, so... all right. So, meanwhile, let's cut back to... so they're going to fly the Falcon back, and then we cut back to... did we need this? This little panel that's just weird that scene seemed to end on the last page, but they put in one page here before we go back to... I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird comic book storytelling. I'm always...
It's a strange...
Yeah.
Strange bit of pacing here, yeah, because we have one last insert panel of Luke and Han being like, all right, time to get out of here. I just hope Lando and the others are doing okay. And then we cut to Lando and Chewie getting shot at.
And once again, I must ask about the use of the word ammo.
Oh, boy. Okay, so
how
blasters in Star Wars work.
Yes.
It's a compressed canister of superheated plasma that will eventually run out, and it is more prevalently indicated in video games and or situations in which it becomes relevant.
Yes, because obviously that makes sense that it would be in video games, because you have things like ammo count that are part of it. But the idea that you just... we've talked about this before. Other than, I think Clone Wars is kind of the only time I can really think of somebody actually like jamming the equivalent of a magazine into a gun. You never see Han Solo like eject a clip and put in another one.
No, because in most of the movies, it's not something you need to bog the audience down with, and it shouldn't be relevant. Now, in a Star Wars story in which like limited resources become a relevant like story beat, then maybe eventually one day we will see like, oh shit, I'm out of ammo. How do I get out of this situation?
Yeah, it's just specifically it's the use of the word ammo, I guess, that gets me. But I mean, it's weird. Yeah. It stands out anyway. So Lando says, "How's the ammo holding up?" Because they're blasting away at people.
It stands out to you, John, because you're a gun fiend.
Well, fiend is an interesting word, but yes, I am always. Well, I'm interested in because it drives me insane in movies when people shoot more than should be in a gun and stuff like that.
Sure.
Anyway,
Sure.
and so Lando's like, God, these guys really seem to hate me. Because he goes, I don't think it's just the Drebels paying them. They seem to want to kill me.
That's not super relevant, though, because somebody behind them opens a door and shouts out at the mercenaries, "Stop!"
Yeah. Of course, who else should it be but Captain Drebel?
Drebel's got a glow up. Drebel's looking fit here.
Time. Yeah, big time. Yes,
He's-
I've been working out. I'm glad you noticed.
He has got this kind of like original rogue tabard thing going on. He's got a bandolier of pouches. He's got a big cape. And
Very Flash Gordon-y.
He's still a little corpulent. He's got a little jowly, but he's not as like rotund as he once was.
No, this is this is a Drebel who's living his best life.
Yeah, for sure. And he's got a lady with an updo behind him to prove it.
Time has been good to me, my friend. Time has been good.
And he kind of like makes everyone calm down. He's like, "It's all right, everyone. Lando Calrissian and Chewbacca the Wookiee are old friends of mine. We were comrades back in the rebellion. The rebellion. I owe it so much."
Oh, the rebellion. Those days, am I right?
The heady days of my early herodom.
I think about them often.
How wonderful it is to be loved.
Yeah. This is definitely a different Drebel than last we saw him.
Sure. Like, we noted last time we saw him that, like, there was this really immediate turn in the character when he was, like, confronted with the idea of being a hero.
And apparently he's stuck with that, and he's just really, like, that's his identity now.
I kind of love this idea of the, like, scumbag crime lord who, like, given a chance to be a hero in everyone's eyes, just embraces it and goes for it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And so he's like, anyway, I like that Lando's like, yeah, that's great. Can we get that award back?
Yeah, I know us giving you that award was the physical manifestation of you turning a new leaf, but can we get that back?
But I do like that it is kind of like, I don't think that's how awards work. Yeah.
Because Drebel even says, "Once I realized I had tangible proof that they liked me and cared. Now I know what I was missing. People I could depend on, who know they can depend on me. Self-respect, friends, all represented by that award you gave me. Anyway, what brings you here?"
And then he's just like, oh, you need, it's important? Yeah, take it.
Well, because he genuinely seems to have, like, turned a new leaf. Because over the course of this page, he's just like, well, would I be the hero I want people to see me as if I didn't give it back to you?
I guess not. Okay.
Okay, we got it. Mission accomplished.
Like, it fits the character they've established, but it's also just so anticlimactic as a story.
Yeah, which is why the actual climax of this issue goes so nuts.
It has to, because it has to do something. Because you're like, and you. Once again, I want Lando to be like, well, that I didn't think it was going to be that easy. Okay. And so so they've got it, and
they rush back to Godo.
Yeah, Han is putting back the minstrel figure.
And Chewie and Lando come in with the goddess, and they're like, all right, we gotta get this thing going, because this little waif kid is dying. In fact, he's even saying, no, it's all too late. We've run out of time.
God, I mean, it was him and yeah, I mean, it's just... I don't know what this disease they've got is, but it's real bad.
What we do know is that it immediately stops as soon as these two statues are put back.
Can I say that my new favorite Lando line is, show me where to stick this thing.
Oh boy. No, Lando, no, you can't be. We talked about this. Phrasing.
And he's like, what? And he's like, oh, also, where does the statue go? Hey!
Ew.
And so, yeah, so they put that in, and Luke's like, do it quickly because this little guy's dying. And then, of course, there's a huge bright light when they put these in. Obviously, there has to be.
Where'd that light come from? No.
It doesn't matter. And they're like, well, I guess everything worked out.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the page count being like, hold on.
Yeah.
We've still got...
Well, also, yes, I'm looking at the page count and also going like, no story has really been told here.
They were missing a thing. We went to get the thing. We got the thing. We brought it back.
It was a little difficult, but not really, you know. And then it's just like this ending where everyone is like running around and running to the temple and stuff, and they're just like, well, another good deed done by us, the heroes of Star Wars.
Lando says, you said it. Just seeing those little guys like this again already, and knowing that we helped bring it about, makes me glad to be alive. Ooh, boy. Lando, don't say things like that.
It's just such weird dialogue that, like, Han and Lando, even at their most heroic, are still like, it just feels so good to save a planet of people. I sure do love being alive. Don't you? Yes, I do. Like,
Cut to...
Yeah. Well, off they go.
We're off to deliver bombs and energy cannons. Bye.
Yeah. We're off to kill more people. You kill some people. You save some people. Admiral Akbar is still here, even though he made a big deal about having to get back. I don't know. I don't know where Akbar was or what he was doing in any of this. Anyway. And so they're like, that's it. And Fumi's like, yep, everything's great again.
Already, our planet begins to bloom again, and we vow no one will ever again profane Our Lady or her people as they make the music in the temple.
Oh, yes. Wow.
But then...
It's good to be alive.
Then what's this? Lando starts sweating profusely, and then he collapses.
Hey, pal, what's wrong? Don't know. Feel all kind of hot and cold and floaty and dry all at once. Strange.
Han, those symptoms. They're the symptoms the Godowan's disease. Fumio was like that right before he collapsed.
But Han says that's... the response of that's stupid. That's stupid. The radioactive inoculations protected all of the rest of us. Why wouldn't it work for Lando? And
Chewie lets out a ronk.
Because Lando says, inoculations?
Oh boy. Lando.
And so it's like, I love Han's like, hey, you little bastard. Did you hear that? My friend was in such a hurry to help you, he didn't take the precautions.
And Chewie never reminded him, because Chewie's also a bad friend.
My fucking idiot co-pilot didn't help him either.
We've got to bring him back down to the temple to cure him.
We got to get him down there. And he goes, yeah, about that.
I don't understand why this now happens right now, because Fumio says, my people have sealed the temple against all aliens for reasons I won't explain.
And also you're like, well, even if that's true, you're not going to make an exception for the people that just saved your whole race? Because based on what we saw there, they plugged it in and everyone was fine. Lando would have to be there for like 2 seconds.
Han even says here, doesn't interest you that you're passing a death sentence on the alien who brought the goddess home and saved your entire world.
And then fucking Fumi hits him back with a, hey, I just work here, man. Wow.
I do not rule here or agree with what my rulers say, but my function is to convey their will, not express my own.
Also,
Han, I am sorry.
Whoever is in charge, like you said, made that rule fast. They just took off. Within 5 minutes, somebody was like, oh yeah, and also no aliens in the temple.
I gotta assume there's some like very xenophobic people in the leading council here being like, look, it was aliens who stole our property to begin with and caused all this. So just 0/aliens from now on. All right.
Yeah, you hear that? I think that's just going to be better for everybody.
Yeah.
What about the guy who saved us? Oh no, fuck that guy. Yeah, no, he's an alien too. So Jesus Christ, these people suck.
Because Fumio doesn't even take time to like run it back up the chain.
No, he's just like, no, I'm not even, you know what? I don't want to bother them. They're all super busy. So, and Han's like, oh, so that's how it is, huh? Well, guess what, you son of a bitch? I'm a general in this army, and I'm about to lay waste to your planet.
Han's line here, I got a squadron of pilots here with enough firepower in our ships to start a small war or end a civilization.
Jesus Christ! He goes to it so fast!
Okay. I know we record these a little ahead of schedule, and not to get too, like, modern politicsy of it, but you know what just immediately came to mind when I read this, right?
Civilization will die tonight, right? Like, yeah.
It's just like, you can't go from 0 to genocide. That's not how bargaining works.
He doesn't, like you said, not only does Fumi not run it up the chain, Han doesn't even say, well, can I talk to somebody in charge or something? He's just like, I will burn your world from the sky.
And Ackbar and Fumio reasonably respond, you can't.
Now this really gets into some weird, doesn't Ackbar outrank Han?
Oh, 100%, but we get into this in the next page when Han is just like, I can. And Ackbar, because Luke backs him up.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that would stop us, Admiral. And Ackbar's like, even if support Central Joel, who else do you expect to have to go along with it? And Han's basically just like, everyone loves Lando. They'll commit genocide for him.
Lando's a pretty popular guy, Admiral. I don't think I'll have to do much drumming up support. How about it? Any of the rest of you guys with me? Wedge?
Wedge is 100% ready to lay waste to this planet, folks.
To be fair, let us not forget Wedge and Lando were the guys who took out the second Death Star together. Like, they're ride or die.
He does, because he goes to Wedge and Nien Nub, which do feel like easy yeses. I mean, although Nien Nub just says, which I guess is an affirmative. And then I don't know who Triff and Maggie are.
All we know is that they're willing to commit a war crime.
Yep. And, Fen? Do it, Fen?
Fen Shissa, I guess, is also here.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, right, because the other guy here, what's the other guy's name?
Bay.
Yeah, he's just like, do it. Yeah.
Fen Shissa reasonably says, but they're unarmed.
Trust me if you won't trust Han. And then, I mean, also, this is not how militaries work. If Ackbar says shut it down, it should be over.
But they're all like, but this is for Lando, so kill them all.
But I just like the idea that, like, but Ackbar, who once again outranks everybody, is like, well, if they all agree, I can't. No, that's not how it works.
No, John, we fought a war so that this would be a democracy. We're better than the Empire.
Well, I will say this does bring up some huge issues that have been, like, given lip service to, which is just like, is anyone really in charge of these soldiers? Like,
I guess Han Solo and his iron will commitment to kill everyone.
I was so disturbed reading this last night. Like, oh my God, all of these it's not just Han Solo. It's also our beloved Wedge. Everybody, the only person who even remotely hesitates is Fan. And then all it takes is a single sentence to go like, all right.
We do get a really offbeat line here from 3PO when he says, winking at the camera, oh my stars, it's war.
A war in the stars.
Whoa.
And then it's just, Fumi's just like, oh, yeah, no, you can bring him down.
Because, yeah, Han gives this, like, absolute madman countdown. You heard him, Chewie. Fumio, Lando's time is running in minutes, so all I can give you is seconds. You've got 10. Then we start blasting. And he starts counting down.
So fucked up. But also, they are in desperate need of friends right now in the Alliance. Well, you've just made an enemy, Han Solo, with this planet.
So yeah, he counts down to 2 before Fumio says, "There have been enough deaths, Han Solo. Bring Lando to the temple and save him." So then, Fumio, I guess, can make this decision?
Also, this issue may be the worst for Admiral Ackbar, because they bring, I guess so. Or can at least sneak Lando in enough that it won't cause any trouble. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So they bring him back down. Lando's fine. And then Ackbar just says, well, since you didn't commit a genocide, I guess we won't court-martial you, Han, or there'll be no consequences. What? What? You suck, Ackbar.
Yeah, Akbar's line here is, there needn't be any consequences. Officially, it never happened, General Solo.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. You didn't actually destroy a planet, so it's all good.
You didn't threaten to use the Alliance's military might to commit genocide on an unarmed world to save one man. So we're good.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's not how militaries work.
This should be the moment where Ackbar's like, okay, Solo, you're out.
Yeah, you're done forever, man. And I think the rest of you too, Wedge, you're at least getting demoted. Oh my God.
Luke, we can't get rid of you because you're the only Jedi.
Yeah.
But Nien Nub, you're out on the street.
Hard to begin with. Yeah. Nien Nub, polish up that resume, buddy. And so I also this also implies and I won't tell Leia about this.
Or Mon Mothma, or anybody else.
Look, we'll all just keep this between us that we were moments from genocide.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and then Han's like, and hey, Umi, you keep those flame gems, buddy. And he's like, seconds ago, he was ready to waste this planet.
He literally gave them a 10-second countdown before he committed genocide. And now it's just like, we good? We're good.
And then immediately it's right back to banter between Han and Lando.
Yeah, because Lando says, why, Han, I didn't know you cared. All those credits for my sake?
And Han's like, well, before you get too choked up, maybe I should say I expect you to pay half. Oh,
you old pirate.
And then the darkest line is the last one, which is Lando says, seriously, would you have started a war just to save me, or were you just bluffing? And Han says, lucky for everyone, we'll never know. And by the way,
freeze frame credits.
He says started a war. There was no war. They had no ability to fight back, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, it's almost like threatening genocide and starting a war in a totally way in which there wasn't war before, so maybe we shouldn't immediately start attacking people for no goddamn reason is a bad thing.
It is, and even more insane to think about that just one of your generals would go off and do it.
Yeah, it is really weird that one guy can make an executive decision to go to a war in the middle of a place that there wasn't war before, and that could make long-term ripple effects in the surrounding area.
Realistic thing, but I'm also just talking about the literal ramifications inside of this comic, where you're just going yeah, what happened if he did that? Word would have gotten back to Mon Mothma, and what?
Princess Leia going, you blew up a planet? You know that's a triggering bit of mine, right?
Yeah, I gotta say, this is not the worst issue we've covered by any means, but it maybe pissed me off more than almost any of the other ones. It really, come on, it's so not okay. It makes them not heroes anymore.
Yeah, like I said, character assassination is the name of the game here.
Big time, yeah.
Han Solo threatening to kill everyone and
Yeah.
getting a lot of people to back him up, including Luke Skywalker, is yeah.
The fact that Luke is just like 100% with you, no qualms.
And like, okay, maybe you can say that Luke knew for a fact because of Force stuff that Han was
that's
bluffing.
a real gigantic no prize on that one.
Yeah, I know. But like the fact that Wedge
yeah.
and Yen Yub and those two randos and Fen Shissa and Bay, who's the coolest and is a hero and would never do something like this.
And even talked his friend, the only guy who remotely was like, I don't, and he's just like, do it.
And maybe,
I'm sorry,
again, no
Star
prize
Wars.
here. Bay knows Han Solo from childhood, so knows he would be bluffing. But
I was gonna say this is Star Wars, so actually I should have said do it. Yeah. Anyway, well, next week it's a double-sized anniversary issue. That's sadly called First Strike, which is really
Yep.
not great after
Yep.
what we just saw.
not
Han
amazing.
does go back to this planet and does start some shit. No.
God.
Anyway, we'll talk about that next week. But of course, if you want to hear more from us, where we're not as eat up necessarily, you can head over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/punchupent. That's punchupent. Get cool exclusive bonus content, as well as how about all the shows on the Punch Up Entertainment Network. Gurgani, where else can people check us out?
YouTube. I mean, look, if you want to go on YouTube and watch a video about how a single individual makes an executive decision to start a genocidal war in an area that was not previously in or around a war, well, look, you can watch our show there and read a comic book about it. That's so silly and fun. Sorry, I might be a little hot under the collar about this, John.
I guess so. But I mean, and this is even more insane, though, because it's like not even as far as I can tell, a planet that literally has zero ability to defend itself.
In fact, was actively dying until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't even, like I said, I think calling it a war is inaccurate.
Yeah.
It would just be extermination.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you can follow, you can go to youtube.com/@punchupentertainment to read the comic along with us and see our horrified expressions as we read about Han Solo threatening genocide.
There was a lot of yelling this week.
Yeah, well, yeah. While you're there, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments below how Star Wars has never been political.
Well, this one isn't. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what anyone's talking about here.
Yeah, for sure. But
anyway,
I think that is going to do it for us this week.
Yeah.
As
we
always.
gotta go off.
As always, I have been Mike Gargoni.
I'm John Campbell.
And remember, may the panel be with you.